Alright, y'all, it's time. Let's do this. By the way, small change that I haven't heard anybody talk about. Whenever you open up the campaign menu now, this guy no longer screams at you. So you hear his sword go off, but he doesn't scream Air Venarian or whatever his other lines are at you every single time you open it up. So there you go. That's just a little quality of life.
Pure
Let's
as starlight.
Let's be pure starlight here, as Nystra says. Movie time.
Even the fierce defenders of the Wood Elf Kingdom cannot safeguard their realm from the disorder of the Great Vortex. In the forests of Nagaroth, a portal to the Dreaming Wood grows thin, where beyond, demons rage. The forest grants Queen Ariel a dread vision of ancient trees blackened and broken, of countless wood elves slain upon their twisted boughs. For should chaos breach from their realm, the world roots will carry the demons to the very heart of Athelloren. Only Ariel herself can seal the dire portal. So sends her most trusted to cleanse the forest ahead of her arrival, unaware that a vengeful enemy watches. The Twilight twins, Nystra and Arahan, a deadly fusion of dawn's serenity and dusk's fury. They will not waver in their perilous quest. The Mage Queen, vulnerable for the first time in eons, but her hidden foe dare not strike directly. A terrified Skaven is persuaded to lure their twisted overlord to this cause. Throt, master mutator of Clan Moulder, how he yearns to be free of his unnatural, undying hunger. Ariel's pulped remains would be a certain remedy. A queen's implacable guardians oppose a creature of chilling madness. A brutal war is unavoidable. The fate of the forest, undecided.
Deep within the Oak of Ages, Ariel stirs. The Mage Queen of Athelloren has felt the Great Vortex shudder with instability, bringing about a dangerous imbalance to the weave. She has foreseen the ramifications of these events. A portal torn open in the depths of the withering witchwood of Nagaroth threatens to provide demons with a gateway into the world, yet Ariel cannot seal it until the weave is strengthened. So she sends forth her emissaries to rejuvenate the forest ahead of her arrival. Alright, so there you go. So our main task in this, as you'll see, is going to be healing the witchwood. So, you know, if you haven't taken the context clue here yet, witchwood and Nagaroth, we're going to start in Nagaroth, right by the Dark Elves. So we'll see how that turns out for us. No idea how that's going to turn out, to be honest. But you know, I'm not a big fan of the Dark Elves myself, so like, you know, from a lore standpoint, I mean they're cool, but
It is as our mistress says, Arahan. The weave here is dangerously out of balance.
Yet there is much prey. Glorious.
This is no game, sister. We must prepare for Ariel's arrival.
Purge the witchwood's darkness. Restore its ancient glory. Strengthen the weave, etc., etc. You handle the details, Nestra. I'll handle the slaughter.
Cease this childishness. If Ariel cannot seal the demon portal, annihilation awaits.
Don't be tedious, sister. You know I will never fail our Mage Queen.
At least these glades are rife with foul greenskins and beastmen to hold your quarrelsome interest.
Not to mention the Druki fools. I so enjoy hunting those.
Then, for the future of our people, we must commence the cleansing, sister. For the weave!
For Ariel!
dude, so cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So, quick rundown of how they play. Okay, because it's all new, and we'll see the mechanics as we play, but let's just go over it real quick. Forge of Daith. The Sisters of Twilight have access to unique items and armaments crafted in the Forge of Daith. Lord Daith, most celebrated of elven smiths, regularly gifts special equipment to the sisters throughout their campaign, while also offering his legendary smithing skills to improve his gift's powers. When approached in his temple forge, Daith will either indulge Nyestra's obsession with perfectly honing her equipment by upgrading them for her, or accept Arahan's ardent insistence to carry newly reforged equipment into battle. The World Roots and Magic Force. This is for all Wood Elves right here, this one. The Oak of Ages' life-giving world roots have seeded a number of magical forests across the world, but over time interlopers and neglect have caused them to wither by performing various actions, such as securing the Heathland, which I'll show you in a minute, but these are the three symbols for it. Regions that border them, the Wood Elves can increase the health, there's the other symbol, of magical forests and perform rituals of rebirth there, thus permanently restoring their connection to the world roots. All Wood Elf armies can use the World Root stance. Okay, yeah, that's basically like the Underway stance, so we're going to skip that part. The Deep Roots. This is super amazing. Thank you, CA. Like, listening to the fans. This is what Wood Elves were able to do in the lore, and I'm so glad they did it. So here's what it basically like a teleport from one magical force to the other, but let's read it. The Deep Roots connect all magical forests of the world, allowing the Wood Elves to instantaneously travel between different continents with ease. They can be accessed from within any magical forest region regardless of ownership. But once an army traverses them, it will be some time before another journey can be made. So that's the trade-off. Is once you use the World Roots, the Deep Roots, there's a set timer before you can actually use them again. So you have to be kind of smart with how you use them. You can't just go taking them willy-nilly. And then offices, what is cool about the offices for the Wood Elves, the new offices, and I really like, and I hope they do it with the Empire and maybe even the Vampire Coast, and I don't think there's any other races that have offices. I could be wrong, I don't remember. But is each legendary lord has a specific set of offices.
The very presence of these emerald horrors imperils our mission, Arahan.
Don't be so coy, sister. Just come out and say, let's kill thousands of orcs.
What matters is cleansing the settlement of threat, not your wearisome bloodthirst.
Like, I mean, I kind of agree with Arahan on this one. Just, let's slaughter some orcs. Alright, so, chapter objective. By the way, fun fact, Prophetess Nyath was another special character in the Wood Elf, not rulebook, whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about. On tabletop, she was a special character for the Wood Elves, and so apparently this is how they were able to squeeze her in. I would take it, now that Prophetess Nyath isn't here, we probably won't see any other Wood Elf DLC, which kind of makes sense, to be honest, but just a little fun fact. Alright, so the portal in the woods. At the start of your turn, have at least 100 forest health in the Witchwood. Most esteemed Sisters of Twilight, I bid you welcome here, but with dire tidings. The ravenous demons of Slaanesh in the otherworldly realm of the Dreaming Wood eternally thirst for destruction. A recent fluctuation in Ulthuan's vortex has led to the appearance of a portal to their world here in the Witchwood of Naggaroth. Should the demons of the Dreaming Wood use this passageway to enter the mortal plane, it will spell disaster for the entire world. Queen Ariel is intent on performing a rite to seal the portal, but the weave that permeates the land of Chill is more imbalanced here than anywhere else in the world, limiting her powers. Thus, the sealing rite will require the surrounding forest and the world roots beneath to first be brought back to their full splendor, having long been cut off from the life-giving powers of the distant Oak of Ages. Go forth, Nyasha and Arahan. Carry out our mistress's bidding, so that she may complete her grave task. Alright, Vengeance of the Azrae. Azrae is what the Wood Elves call themselves, by the way, just like Druki are Dark Elves and Asur are High Elves. Capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the following faction, the Broken Chains. Broken Chains are a new greenskin faction in Naggaroth. They are rebel greenskin slaves running away from the Dark Elf slavers, so that's pretty cool. While the greenskins have a foothold in this realm, I foresee only war in our future. We must reclaim that which they have taken. Only then can the forest heal. Alright, so we have 2 missions. Let's look at the offices really quick, just to kind of show that off. So we have High Weaver. Miscast chance for all armies reduced. Ward save for the Lord's army, plus a couple high magic things there. Tree Singer of Isha. Lord's army gets regeneration for all tree units, so Dryad, Treekin, and Treeman. And then, some life magic stuff. So all of these are going to be based around a magic besides this one. And then, some other bonuses. Beastbinder of Kurnos. Base weapon damage for, I think that's your Lord, increased by 100, so that's not super fun, but you get 2 more transformations of Kadan, which is summoning of a Great Eagle, so when it's all maxed out, instead of 2, you can summon 4 eagles throughout the battle. Glamour Weaver of Loic, Lord's Army for War Dancers and Blaze Singers gets stock. This one is nice. Dark Weaver. All armies faction-wide get plus 15 Winds of Magic, and the weapon strength for all units in this Lord's Army goes up by 10%. And this one's really nice. Queen's Champion. Campaign movement range plus 10%, and income from raising settlements plus 10%. Alright. And... by the way, the Amber system has been completely redone. Here, let's set this, because I want to know when my buildings are going to be available to build. And then let's show off the Amber. So now Amber has nothing to do with recruiting units. It's not it doesn't bar you from recruiting. You can recruit whatever units you want. However, you need Amber to recruit, or to research the most powerful technologies. Well, not most powerful, but some of the best technologies that the Wood Elves have available to them. So as you can see, like this one, Wisdom of the Uberian fusion for Dryads, Treekin, and Treeman. This gives them poison, so all of your tree units have poison. This one would be amazing, especially for Durthu or Drycha. Campaign casualty replenishment plus 5 in enemy territory. Construction time minus 25%. Growth plus 25. Growth, by the way, is extremely important for the Wood Elves now. Let's look through this really quick. So we need to get to 300 health for the Witchwood, and then what we can do is we can perform a ritual of rebirth, and that will unlock the construction of this, the Temple of Anathrema. If you see over there on the left, all missile units get plus 10% damage, immune to snow attrition, immune to mountain attrition, plus 3 to Lord and Hero recruit ranks for lore of beast casters. So, and each individual wood has this. There are 4 magical woods. I don't think, so we can see them right off the bat. So, and then the sacred pools, you sit there. So you immune to scave and plague, immune to swamp attrition, plus 3 for lore of life casters. So you get the idea. But each one of these does a special thing in terms of what it does for you on the campaign. So the Witchwood, right? So if you look here, fully upgraded, it gives you plus 20% research rate, minus 20% upkeep, and cooldown minus 4 for deep roots teleportation. So you can use the deep roots. I think it's every 10 turns. And then if you get this fully upgraded, it'd be every 6 turns. But as you can see, you constantly need forest health feeding into this forest. Otherwise, it declines at 4 forest health per turn. How do you do that, you ask? Well, you need to build up the heathlands. What are the heathlands? They are, you see how this is green and these are green. So every settlement that is green around that forest are the heathlands for that forest. Red means it's controlled by an enemy. Yellow, neutral, it's not doing anything. And then green Once it's under our control, it would be green. It would be feeding into that forest. So you can see right here. This is a hostile heathland. It will drain the health of the nearby magical forest while occupied by an enemy, work towards peace with its owner, or drive them out. So you can either enter into alliances or take over the heathlands yourself by force to feed this forest its health. And then, as you can see, this is neutral heathland. You can even see down here in the description, ancient city of Quintex is 0. So it's not draining, but it's not giving. There's just it's a neutral. Anything else? I don't think so. So here's the deep roots. So you can see where the deep roots go. In the vortex, it's obviously a smaller map. So there's only 4 magical forests. There's one in the Sacred Pools in Lustria, one for the Gaian Vale in Ulthuan, and one in Orion's Camp in the Southlands there. So, aka Warhammer Africa. But so that's how that works, and it's really, really a nice change. So the last thing, I know going over a lot, but there has been massive changes to this campaign. And it's just really cool to see. So I just wanted to explain all. And the last thing is kindreds. Kindreds is just population. But population for Wood Elves is extremely important. Why, you ask? Because now you need population to build certain buildings. You needed to build your Spellsinger buildings, your Armory building, which, I mean, if you want to build it, cool. If not, you don't have to, but if you want to, fine. And then your upgraded garrisons, your upgraded Skaven Undercity discoverability building, and basically your money and growth buildings are all barred by population. So you want to build population as fast as possible. So this would be nice to get money, right? 600 income generated per turn. But this is going to be better in the short term because you get +5 growth. So that's how that works. So we're going to build the Craftsman's tree. The Elves of Athaloran understand wood in ways lesser races do not. So plus income, plus pottery, plus timber, plus elven trinkets, plus public order, and plus growth. Thank you very much. And we're going to want to upgrade our tree as fast as possible. So that definitely doesn't change. It just doesn't cost amber anymore, thank God. Glade, provincial capital. There are few places in Athaloran that are punctured by the light of the sun. So let's build that. And now, on to the fun stuff. Alright, so let's add our... So this is... She will always be a spell singer of beasts. I've noticed that. Her magic drop and chance and campaign line of sight are increased. That's... Thanks for the terrible hero. Whatever, it's fine. Traits aren't that big of a deal. And let's check out our diplomatic situation.
With foreign powers may be managed through...
Looks like Clark Harand is friendly with us, but rapidly deteriorating. But we are at war with the Broken Chains and the Stonehorn tribe. Don't know where the Stonehorn tribe is, but we're gonna focus on the orcs. Let's go kill some orcs. Let's go show off the sisters. Crixos. Alright, so not only do the Hawk Riders have a volley of arrows of Kurnos, but the Sisters of Twilight also have like a barrage attack, which is super good against infantry. So it's so fun. It's so fun. Let's show it off. Let's show the girls off. Okay, so they're all formed up over here. I'm just gonna put the Hawk Riders right there because the goblins can't reach them, and you can toggle them just like a ballista. Okay, so I always do the there's Talon of Dawn, Talon of Dusk. You can see the differences. I'm not gonna go over everything, but I always use the Talon of Dusk, unless so that's versus infantry, but then versus lords, the Talon of Dawn is where it's at. especially because it's Sunder's armor. Okay, and let's just stand up. We'll stand on this hill, because they'll have to come to us, because we outrange them. Here's a DLC unit, the Great Stag Knights. I think they just look gorgeous. I'm so happy these guys are in the game. God, it's such a cool unit. Alright, and they are very, very strong in the right situation. Speed 90 for shock cavalry. Very, very nice. And we'll put our spell singer right there. Alright, let's show them what we can do. Okay, so let's do that. And let's watch what happens. And boom. Alright. Just so good. It's just so good. It's so satisfying. It's just so satisfying. And alright.
Guardians of Lauren! Duty observed!
By Karnas! Without delay! Like the wind!
We'll try and kite him here a little bit. You see what I mean about the infantry blobs and the Talon of Dusk? It's just so good. Alright. And the best part about being on a hawk is they can just kite, so we can just continually outflank them without them ever getting a shot off. Come on. Alright, fine. If you don't want to shoot the archers, shoot them. Okay, and now we're going to get a volley of Kurnos, but we're going to get it off right there. Right in that blob, because... Okay. Because it should do damage to multiple units. Yeah. Yep. Good stuff. Okay, and let's send in our Great Stag Knights. Let's send the girls and our eagle over here. Let's see the Great Stag Knights real quick, and boom. Boom. Nice. You're done. Okay. And they changed mass a lot in this patch, so you can't, like, monsters and infantry aren't going to be able to just completely shatter lines like they were able to. They're still extremely effective, obviously, but not as effective. So, okay, and we'll just send our riders in there. Okay. So what we'll do is we're just going to keep them off balance, and now we're going to just attack. And Azrael Spears, up. We're going to do that to you. We're going to send our cavalry in there. Okay, yeah, and these guys are all getting terror bound, basically. And, okay, let's charge. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go crump that war boss. Shoot those guys, please. And we will send our Great Stag Knights against these archers. Okay.
Eternal God! Children of Athelord! They will die!
And, alright. Good. That's you. Nice. Okay, and that should do it. Just have the our Great Eagle keep chasing them off. Yeah, it should do it just based on morale. Yeah. Okay. All right, excellent. So I don't know. I love it. I love the new gameplay. Like the Volley of Kurnos and the whole Talon of Dusk is just so fun. Tearing up infantry, at least so far, from what I've experienced. Hopefully we can take this campaign all the way through. I don't see why we would not be able to. But hopefully it remains an effective strategy. I honestly don't know if it will, but hopefully it does. Yeah, I mean, Sisters of Twilight, 235 kills. On this next screen, a new thing that they added, which it's not very useful for campaign players at all, but I mean, I guess multiplayer players, it's pretty good. You can see like the value of damage that your unit did, which, I mean, I don't know why you would need to know that. Maybe if you want to get rid of a unit in campaign because like one unit performs better than another, maybe. But if you see, yeah, so there, kills 235, damage dealt 19,491, damage value 1271. Let's look at, okay, damage value 525, damage value 1019, damage value 300, 260. So you can see, so anyway, that's just a little thing there.
Coin before cruelty, eh? Accept Ariel's will.
Yeah, let's just take full replenishment in case this guy runs. He didn't run. Okay, I should have taken the money. Alright, we're gonna auto-resolve that. That's literally nothing to worry about. Okay, so here is the new options you have as the Wood Elves. We can occupy the heathland, right? Heal the forest. We can sack it, just take some money. Or we can clear the heathland. So what this will do, ash and fertilizer. So the pulverized remains of the settlement and its deceased denizens nourish the world roots and bring life to the nearby magical forest. So you're going to heal the Witchwood.
Regrettable, but
Pardon me,
necessary.
5 forest health, and then gain 1 per turn local magical forest health while the settlement remains raised. So we could do that, or we could just do this. I like occupying the heathland. It gives you, wider area for replenishment. Plus, you're getting that nice steady income of forest health. Yeah, we can't recruit anything. And okay, right. So we're gonna want to research. Okay, that doesn't really seem too helpful. Okay, that's nice. Forest health plus 1 to all owned magical forests. Okay, so we're going to want that, but what is this? Okay, this is nice. Gain plus 1 additional forest health for winning battles in magical forests or their heathland, so that is nice. This increases missile strength for missile units. Ambush battle success chance, that's pretty nice. Okay, so maybe we'll go to here or here, and then we'll work our way towards the Kadai. Oh, right. Let's do that. Let's do Anathrema. Let's go all the way to Anathrema. Morai Heg, the Crone. Also known as the Crone, Morai Heg is the only god in the Elven Pantheon who is neither Kadai nor Sitharai. Alright, so that'll give us campaign line of sight and public order. Damage building, Ice Spire. Okay. We have an obsidian quarry here. Will give us income and obsidian, or we can build one of these buildings. My opinion, we're always going to build one of these buildings. I'll show you why. So the Waystone gives you plus 5 growth all provinces. World Root Path gives you plus 20 growth all adjacent provinces. Sacrificial Grounds gives you public order, untainted, and income from raising and post-battle loot. And the Foraging Groves give you plus 20 growth -5 construction costs. So, and this reduces your recruitment costs for local armies by 50%, but that won't help us in terms of recruitment in the Witchwood, which is where we're mainly going to be recruiting from, at least to start. So we are going to go with the Foraging Groves, because that will reduce our construction cost amount. We have thousands of such caches, and only a few of us know them all. So we'll build that. And let's go to the skill tree. We're going to get ever-reaching tendrils. The denizens of the forest will travel many miles to see those who would threaten Athelloren put to rout. So we'll get that, and then let's go through these. This first set gives you income from raising, raiding, and post-battle loot. Very nice. Nature Salve, just untainted. Obscuring Canopy, missile strength increased during ambush battles, and ambush success chance increased, and growth of the forest, public order, and growth. We're going to go Wonders of the Forest. We're going to want as much income as possible. We like the money. Athelloren provides for its deserving children with wondrous boons, gifted in recognition of their many endeavors. And then, alright. We'll get Wissen's Wild Form. The spellcaster unleashes the beast within, using its fury to transform allies into bestial forms. And Wild Heart. The spellcaster attunes the magic of the wild, channeling its ancient and arcane power. So increased power reserves and recharge rate. So we're going to go for this Temple of Aliath next. Research technology through the capricious magic of the weave. All the mysteries of the world are within our grasp. At your word, the very wise of Athelloren shall unlock the secrets undreamt of. Research technology, ancient wisdom. Alright.
Remain calm.
So we'll do this. What do you have? You got garbage. Alright, so that might be an auto result, but we'll probably find it. Okay, and we're just going to get a bunch of archers because we're Wood Elves. Why not? Like, we need a few meat shields, but like, we're mostly just going to shoot you in the face. This weapon's strange ethereal carvings betoken a power that can grant instinctive awareness of the lay of the land of a battlefield. Oh, here we go. Gifts from Lord Daith. Lord Daith, the legendary elven smith of Athelloren and your surrogate uncle, has sent word that he has been busy at work within Val's anvil. Amongst the searing heat of the temple's enchanted fires, the blind craftsman forged 4 pieces of magical equipment. He has delivered these gifts via his emissaries to aid you with your grave task. So, Lord Daith gifts you new equipment every 10 turns. He gifted us 4 pieces of equipment. And the Forge of Daith can only be accessed once every 2 turns. And Lord Daith will offer to improve his gifts after the sisters win battles. Fun fact about the Forge of Daith is it got criticized so badly by the CA content partners that, I mean, and this is a good thing, like good on CA, they actually came back and said, alright, we're going to rework it. So this will actually get reworked slightly, which is amazing. And they also said they're going to rework their unit cards, just because people said, look, this isn't up to snuff. Like, I respect CA for that. That's pretty cool. Some companies would just go tell you to piss off, but they did not, so good on them. Dreaming Boots. These boots also exist in dimensions other than the physical, slightly distorting the flow of time and enabling their wearer to cover much ground. So we're going to get plus 10 campaign movement range, plus 5 local province growth, speed plus 2. Dragon Pendant. The jewel at the center of this pendant shimmers with preternatural life force, for it is said that a sky worm's soul is contained within. So hit points plus 5%, physical resistance plus 5%. There's no plus there, but that's what it's supposed to be. And casualty replenishment rate plus 3% for our army. Twilight Horn. No purer sound is there than a single note from this great horn, capable of emboldening the faint of heart and rousing the timid. Enemy local leadership minus 3. Ability Twilight Horn 1, so that'll give us charge speed, charge bonus, and speed bonus. Very nice. Alright, so, and I believe, if I remember this correctly, we actually have to equip all these. That is slightly frustrating, however, you know, happens. We were supposed, okay, good. And then the Eagle Bow. This weapon's strange ethereal carvings betoken a power that can grant instinctive awareness of the lay of the land of a battlefield. I don't think I went over that before. Alright, And okay, we have that. Let's kill these guys and we'll call it an episode.
They are marked. We fight for the forest. This is the life.
I mean, no.
How I enjoyed that.
Oh no, man,
Make these
our
fools cower.
eagles really that was not good. Our eagles really took a beating. The forge is lit. Following your previous foray into battle, you have received word from Lord Daith that the forge fires are now lit and ready. The old master is now ready to lend his unrivaled smithing skills to your great cause. Alright. So he can refine our dragon pendant, or he can reforge the dragon pendant. So here's the difference. The reforged dragon pendant gets a super boost, but only lasts 5 turns. The refined pendant is a permanent upgrade. Myself, I'm always going to take the permanent upgrade. I guess if you're in a super bind and this will help you that much, you can use the reforged, like the reforged items. But for me, I'm always going to go Nystra. Plus, she's nicer, you know.
Sister, give it me.
I don't know. Aron seems kind of rude, you know. Alright, and let's pop another Wonders of the Forest onto the sisters. Let's go Flock of Doom for sure. I love Flock of Doom. With a mighty bellow, the caster invokes Corvus the Crow Lord, summoning his servants to peck at the foe's eyes. That's nice. And I think again we're gonna go for another Foraging Groves because those stack. And
Craving prey.
I don't think we can recruit. Yeah, I mean it's 2 turns, so I'm not gonna bother. So if you can see, so Heathland, we've already secured 2 of them, and then we get Tyrant Peak. That'll be 3, and then we'll probably go Karate Chop, Marathi. Hopefully. I don't know. That might be a terrible plan, but we're gonna try it because she has our last
Greenskins
Heathland.
are like fungus. While their infection remains, their obscene growth will continue unabated.
You can do it, Nestra. Say the words I long to hear.
Very well. We must eradicate the greenskins.
I love you, sister.
I love that. That's great. Alright, their end is nigh. Destroy the following faction, Broken Chains. Too long have these creatures defiled our sacred groves. Too long have our people suffered at their hands. It is time to rip them from this world, root and branch. Agreed.
Awaiting duty, serene Nestra.
Tempestuous Arahan.
Let's get a couple, just like 4 meat shields. 4 meat shield units. That's all we'll need, I think. Because even with their silver and bronze shields, the orcs that is, the greenskins, we should be able to put some nice holes in them. Alright, sign a non-aggression, allies of convenience, sign a non-aggression pact with the following faction, Clark around. The enemy is all around and our list of allies grows thin. Perhaps it would be prudent to find common cause with our rivals, for now. I don't think this is going to happen. Morai Heg. Already read that, so we're not going to read that again. Chittering in the Deeps, a forest encounter. So this is another thing that they added. This is probably the last thing that we'll talk about. This is forest encounters. They sit there on the doorstep of your lands. You see how it's glowing right here? So there it is. And you can either decide to take care of it swiftly or let it fester. If you let it fester, they will eventually pop out with a super powerful army, and you'll probably have a hard time defeating it. So it's normally best to take care of it as soon as possible. A verminous horde of Skaven has started emerging from the ground at the edge of the forest. Their specific purpose is unclear, but their squalid parasitic ways are more than just an affront to the weave. The skittering ratmen and the twisted creatures of their foul ranks are abominations of nature and represent everything you stand against. More of them are still emerging, but by preemptively attacking, you can prevent them from reaching full strength. So let's go kill some rats.
Only when necessary.
Okay, so we have an ambush. Let's go kill him, and then we'll call this an episode after this fight. I'm kind of glad that that popped up, because that gives us a nice end point, and that shows off basically all the mechanics, besides obviously using the deep roots. But yeah, this they did in my opinion a very good job with this rework. Like, it feels like a totally new faction. It makes me want to replay all the lords, because it's just so different. Okay, so we are ambushing. So the rats are here. We are going to be shooting them in the face.
Sisters of Twilight!
Okay. We're just going to have... I guess she can be there, right? I don't know. I mean, let's just put our infantry in front of our. So we're gonna put all our archers on this side. Do we want to do that though? Or do we want to kind of box them in? Let's go for the box. But what we'll do, we'll sit on this hill, kind of like this. Okay. Wild Riders. That voice line has to get fixed. That annoys me. They're not Wild Riders. They're Great Stag Knights. I assume they have different voice lines. I could be wrong. I want them off of skirmish. You two, just because once we go into melee, we're gonna want to get that taken care of. Okay. All right. So let's pop a flock of doom. Let's pop this. Let's kill these guys. Let's send our Great Eagle in. Let's send... Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Yep, get those Night Runners. Yeah. Yep. This is all very good. This is all good. Okay. So Great Stag Knights doing their thing. Let's buff up our Great Stag Knights. And I forgot we have an entire other army over here. Okay. Okay, that's nice. With a Great Eagle. Okay. Cool. Let's just take those guys out. Let's push these guys up. Up. Great Stag Knights, you did your job valiantly. Thank you for your service. Okay. Go, get out of there. Buff them so that they can get out of there. Come on, Great Stag Knights. Okay, good. Take these guys out. Yes, thank you. Take those guys out. Okay, and Volley of Kurnos. Suck it. Okay. And yes. Alright. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Kill them! Stop the horse!
Okay, and Stag Knights can chase these guys off. That should do it. I mean, I don't care about any units over here, so like these guys can, they're total fodder. All right, but I believe, from what I remember, we need to kill as many of these guys as possible, because, and this is super annoying, they actually do come back. Like they stick around, so they don't just go away, which is unfortunate. Because like you have to fight them again. Alright. But we did a good job there. I wanted to get rid of their bombardiers and their warp fire throwers. That's exactly what we did. Looks like their most undamaged units were all slave units, which is solid. That's how you want it to be, because in the next battle they'll already have lower leadership, because if they lost once in that turn, they have lower leadership for the next battle that turn. So they should have lowered leadership, plus they'll be really beat up. We should be able to auto-resolve it. 234 kills for the Great Stag Knights. Dude, I can't... Orion, with all his cavalry buffs and everything, should be able to just make those Great Stag Knights absolute monsters. Apparently, they want to make Orion a faster character, which he should be. He should be like speed 90 or 95 at least. He's supposed to be super fast because he's a hunter, right? Apparently, his animations won't allow that. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. Like, just make the dude faster. I don't care what you have to do. Let's see, 603 gold.
Harmony must be imposed.
How much healing will that actually do? Not a terrible
This is
amount.
the price you pay.
Make it quick.
Make
But
them scream.
is it worth it?
Accept Ariel's will.
No. Let's take the money.
The Sisters of Twilight.
Oh, they seriously ran that far? Seriously.
Nestra,
Arahan.
I think though, if I remember correctly, they like
Craving
come and
prey.
kamikaze into you. And we'll upgrade our Flock of Doom. Alright. Oh, I could have used the Forge of Daith. Missed out on it. We'll do it next turn. Yep, kamikaze, auto resolve. Wow, that actually, they did some damage.
There is no other
We'll
way.
just take the extra replenishment just to make sure that we're fully replenished when we go and attack the greenskins. Faction destroyed. Eat it. Alright.
Duty.
I keep saying that this is the last turn, and then I keep going further and further in. One more meat shield, and then we'll get more archers. Let's do that. Ambush success chance for sure. We want that. Flock of Doom fully upgraded, absolutely. And there's nothing we can build, so we're gonna call it there. That is it. I promise. This is. I keep saying this. That it's gonna be the last turn, but as you can tell, it's a very fun campaign, in my opinion. And hopefully we can continue this going forward. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.